Hello and welcome to the KC Podcast, episode number 3. Today's I have a very, very special guest here today, a good friend of mine, Mr. Ryan Wolverton. How are you today, Mr. Ryan?
I'm good. Glad to be here.
Yes. And so let's just jump right into it. So what was your time like at UNC Charlotte? Like, what was your experience filling out the college vibes and whatnot?
It was all right. I really enjoyed marching band, the college marching band. That's where I made all my friends. And then the rest of it was honestly pretty lame.
Yeah.
So like on average, pretty good.
Pretty good?
Pretty good.
Yeah, all right. So, what kind of subject did you study at UNC Charlotte? I know you did some band and whatnot, and I don't really know what you really studied at UNC Charlotte. So tell me about that.
No, I studied computer science. So that's like getting computers to do what you want.
Mm-hmm. Is there any moments you had where like, oh, this is fun, this is neat? So is there any moments like that? Or...
Oh yeah, like definitely. It's classically you're very frustrated for about 8 hours, and then you solve the problem that you're solving.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's a high like nothing else.
Yeah. And speaking of which, that's part of the full-time job you're doing now and whatnot.
Yes. Yeah. Now I'm working as a software developer, which is pretty cool. I'm actually enjoying it a lot. I'm enjoying it a lot more than I enjoyed school, which is cool.
Yeah. Is it different with the circumstances of COVID-19 or anything like that?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm working remotely, so I don't leave the house that I'm in the whole day, which is totally different from going into the office. But it's actually not that bad. It's like it's definitely manageable.
Yeah. Would you rather be in an office somewhere, or would you rather do it from your house? Or
I think the ideal thing would be going into the office 2 or 3 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
That would be great because you get to see people, but you also don't have to do all the crap every day.
Yeah. But speaking of band stuff you brought up earlier, is there any multiple bands that you're in? If so, what do you do with those bands? And
Okay, well, so I play trumpet in the funk band Barcerado.
Yeah, Enrique and Garcia, shout out to him.
Shout out to Enrique Garcia.
Last guest on the podcast and whatnot. He's the guitar player. So, what's it like being the trumpet player in the band, and how did it? And well, first of all, let me ask you this: like, how did it came about of you joining the band Barcelona? Because you joined at a later time. So
Yeah, well, so I was friends with Chase Costain, the host's brother.
Yeah.
and he had joined this band, and he was like, he knew me, and he knew this other guy, Nick Bellardini, who plays trombone. And one day he was like, hey, you guys want to come over and play with us, jam out with us? So we came over for a rehearsal, and it went really well. It went like super well. And then we were in the band from that point forward.
Yeah, they're like drop the money, you're in the band.
No, yeah, it was like, and we vibed pretty well because everybody in the band is super cool.
Yeah.
So it was cool to. It was a match made in heaven. So to say.
All the pieces fell into place.
All the pieces fell into place.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for them my whole life.
But is there were you expecting anything like this, to be in a band like this, or?
I always wanted to. It's honestly I mean it's like a luck thing,
Yeah.
I'm really fortunate that it happened because it's such a fun time, like just playing out is so fun, and I made friends, and it's just great.
Yeah, you expanded your friendship throughout.
Yeah.
And speaking of some more bands you've been a part of, you've been with bands with myself and actually Chase as well. So tell me more about that.
Yeah, so I do also play drums for the Sound Bars,
Yeah.
which is a classic rock outfit that we've played a number of gigs, and those have been really really fun.
Yeah.
I was picked up for that right when I started playing drums and
Yeah.
wasn't very good.
Oh, and speaking of that, how long you been playing drums now? And
Let me think. Must be like 5 years now, maybe 6.
yeah, so I remember you started, and you told me about maybe 4 or 6 months at that time back in 2016 of late July.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So about 4.5, 5 years, I would say.
Yeah, right. So.
Well, so this is kind of a question here. If you had to choose one instrument to play for the rest of your life, what would it be? Trumpet or drums?
Oh, interesting question. I would probably play drums.
Drums.
I'm better at trumpet, but I would probably play drums.
Yeah, you enjoy the craziness of the drums and what was your favorite moment with the sound bars? And I'll get to the Barcelona stuff in a little bit. But what was your favorite moment with the sound bars so far? Since
Yeah, I'd say the first gig, because that was the first actual gig that I've ever played, where it was like real stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Outside, people watching.
yeah, it was really hot the day. I
It was
remember.
so hot.
We played.
I was sweating so much.
Yeah, we played. I would say 15 songs, and we had to do 2 of them twice. And after like the first time we did the whole set, I was like, my voice was like, okay, I'm done. But it was really interesting for me to do it, and I bet the others in the band, Ryan, Clark, and Chase Costin, had really fun with it. But so the same question applies to Barcelona. Any fun moments with the band or any favorite?
There's one night that I remember very fondly, where we had a 3-hour gig.
A 3-hour gig. Okay.
And it was in this like kind of snooty bar, and nobody was there. Nobody was at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
We had an audience of maybe 3 people.
Wow.
And so.
Yeah, I did not know. I did not know this.
Yeah. So we had a band tab of like $50.
Mm-hmm.
So the band could spend up to $50 on drinks.
Oh yeah.
So we just made the call of, all right, we're just gonna get smashed and just play and just jam out, you know. And it was so much fun. It was just a ridiculous amount of fun.
Yeah.
Eventually, there was this bouncer, and we gave him the cowbell, and he started playing with us.
Yeah.
And it was just a wild night. It was fun.
Yeah, so you recently came out with an album with the band Barcelona,
Yes.
The Funky Giraffe. I've listened to it myself, and it's great content. It's on Spotify, Bandcamp, Apple Music as well, and look up the band Barcelona on YouTube and as well. And is there any favorite tracks on the album you really enjoy listening to?
Ooh, good question. Thank you for the plug, by the way.
Absolutely.
My personal favorite is "Find Me Somebody."
Mm-hmm.
It's just really solid. It's just so restrained, I guess is the word.
Yeah.
Like nobody
Mm-hmm.
does more than they need to. Everybody is doing exactly what the song needs in that moment.
Yeah, it just paints a picture and whatnot.
Yeah. Every instrument is right where it needs to be. It's
Yeah.
super cool.
But my favorite off the album is probably Just a Game, because that's a fast tempo and it's a fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's crazy too. Enrique with the 16th notes goes nuts. He's just he turns his right hand into a motor.
Yeah, it's just like a race car getting ready to take off on a jump or a restart, you know.
When we play that live, I think like every like fourth or fifth time we play that live, Enrique just goes ridiculous. Enrique goes completely beast mode on it, and like I don't know what it is. Like the spirit just takes him over, and he just goes insane.
He just into it a lot, and he's like, oh, and it brings it back down.
Yeah. He ascends into a higher plane.
Yeah.
It's always very fun to watch happen because he knows it's happening too, and he's like, whoa, oh shit. Like he's not like prepared for it himself.
Yeah, but that's really interesting to hear about. So I heard that you're into many types of memes and whatnot. So what do you think about the meme community, and what is your favorite type of meme, or do you have a favorite?
Oh, okay. So yeah, the meme community is pretty fun. It's just, you know, people trying to one up each other with jokes. Like how can you go wrong with that?
Yeah.
You know. Well, I don't know. Like, yeah, don't be mean, of course.
Right.
Like when people start being mean about it, that's when it's not fun. But my favorite type of meme.
You can just name a few. You can just name one.
Yeah, I still like the Doge meme.
Yeah.
That has a lot of staying power. I like Loss a lot. Loss is still going strong that so many years later.
I'm drawing a blank on some of these memes at the moment, so.
Oh, okay. I'll have to tell you about it later.
Yeah.
Let me think. I like the Lick.
Yeah, Lick is a classic.
which is a very insular meme.
I heard probably the Lick, maybe I would say after close to my senior year to being like over, which was about 4.5 years ago, if not longer. Not longer. I've heard the Lick, but that's a meme that I've grown on to. But that's a good one. But.
Yeah, those might be my top three. Mm-hmm. I do like anything that has to do with music. Any music related meme is just knocks it out of the park for me.
Yeah, I like some of the cartoon memes that I see on YouTube from Bosch, that YouTube channel named Bosch.
Yeah, No, you've shown me a few
Mr. Mango
of those.
Head is a good one. For me, I just love animation, and me becoming a bird, but lost my train of thought there. But there it is. But me thinking about becoming a voice actor possibly, or doing it on the side rather. It's I just love animation, and I just love how it feels and whatnot, and how it looks and whatnot.
Yeah, animation is super cool.
But actually, this is the last question I have on here. So since with everything going on, or with the world right now, it could be. Is there any advice you would give anyone that is listening to this right now? It could be anything. It could be like from the past. It could be now, or.
Oh, just in our current moment.
Yeah, it could be any advice that you live off of, or anything like that.
I guess my advice to anyone listening would be to prioritize the people in your life above most other things, because that's the stuff that's really important. If you have a question of priorities, most of the time you should go for the one that deals with being there for the people in your life. And that's something I've been thinking a lot about recently with COVID.
COVID really took took a deep dive on things for sure.
Yeah, well, and you realize that that's all you got, you know. The people you have are all you have, you know. So you really gotta hold on to that. It's important that you do.
But yeah, I appreciate that a lot. But at this point, now and this point in the show, you can ask me any question that comes to mind if you want, or you can ask me multiple questions if you want. So I decided to add that in part of this podcast. So
Okay, I'd like to ask what your favorite soundbars moment is.
man, I would have to agree with the first show we ever did.
Okay, yeah.
I remember me being the lead singer of the band. I remember I brought in so much work and into the music, and
Yeah, no, it was a long build-up.
It
Like, we
was.
really practiced hard. for
I
that.
remember 2 to 3 days prior, I stayed up until maybe 2:30, 3 a.m. just practicing,
Yeah, no, yeah, for real.
practicing the music and just looping it into my head over and over and over again. And my mother gave me the greatest opportunity to form an idea of to perform for people with people that I know and knowing you a little bit later on. And funny,
Right.
and another story I remember is that I remember meeting you actually at a rehearsal where it was just me, Chase, and it was just you. I remember it was in late July. I met you, shook your hand, and to be honest, I didn't really know what to expect coming from you, and when it came to be later on, I was like, I think this might work out, and,
Yeah.
and I wasn't really sure about it. And,
Right.
but it was just a lot of fun to be a part of, and hopefully we can do some more down the road, do
Yeah,
some
dude.
more performances.
Dude, yeah, I want to.
Yeah, and even though I don't really play that much anymore, I still love to get out there and just show them what I have. But that's
Right.
that's a good question to ask.
Yeah, no, yeah, I would love to play again with you guys. It would be so fun.
Yeah, it's always a blast. But to play with, because we, like you said, we play classic rock. We play some today's hits a little bit, or not a little bit, but mostly classic rock. But one interesting factor of the matter is we gotta do like a country song, in my opinion. But if you're down with that,
Oh yeah, country's cool.
well, Ryan, looks like I have all the questions. Looks like I've asked all the questions here, and I appreciate you coming on and joining with me today on this actually beautiful evening.
Yeah, it's very
in,
nice.
Of our old stopping grounds, and
Keenan and I are at the high school football field right now.
but it was actually a nice facility to get your emotions out. There's barely nobody here at all.
No, yeah, we're watching a killer sunset right now.
Yeah.
It's good.
Even though it's really, really cloudy, we can still see some of the sun. So
That's right. That's deep.
yeah. But I appreciate you coming on the show today, and you're more than welcome to come back on for future episodes. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, thank you for
I
having me.
appreciate it.